This pilot project is indicative of the type of sweeping changes that the industry must make in terms of trying to remain viable and competitive. We are a small country, and the world market prices are set by larger countries like Brazil. If you want to compete, you have to see whether it's $6 here or there. You have to see exactly where you can save.
Regionally, Belize has the healthiest sugar industry in the Caribbean. There are only three other countries, namely Barbados, Guyana, and Jamaica, that export sugar to the European Union. But with the current sugar trade conditions and as the EU regime changes, there is need for more efficiency in production and harvesting.
Most of the times when changes occur, no, it's because situations arise that either you do it or you get out of it. And last year's price on the sugar definitely was not conducive to me to continue being as a cane farmer. If I'd continued paying the amount of price I was paying just for harvesting and delivery. The mechanical harvesting cuts my cost almost 20%. So if you are presently committed to any financial institution and the price of sugar comes at $50, $52 per ton, automatically you're out of business in 2 to 3 years.
There are over 5,000 cane farmers in northern Belize. Majority are from the Orange Walk district. As it currently stands, 37 farmers have signed on to a pilot program by the millers to venture into mechanized harvesting, which is the future for the viability of the industry during a most critical time. Field agronomist Enrique Rivas has been working closely with the mechanical harvesting pilot project with farmers this year.
The benefit is to reduce cost. The industry as a whole is looking forward to reducing cost. What we want to do is maximize our profits, and one of the ways to maximize profits in this industry is to reduce the cost of harvesting and delivering the skin. So basically, depending on the distance, we are charging farmers a lower rate than if it was being harvested manually, because obviously we don't have the other costs that are incurred into manual cutting and loading.
Most of the cortadores are from neighboring Central American countries, and aside from reducing that cost, the services provided by ASR BSI through the use of 2 contracted mechanical harvesters are more eco-friendly, since there will be no need to slash and burn the crops. The goal is to get to 90% of mechanized harvesting. But what are the requirements that farmers must satisfy?
Once the farmer has created this interest to participating with us, then we go about doing a site visit. We will have to visit all the cane fields that they're talking about, ensuring that the fields are at least harvester friendly. In other words, that they are free of rocks, free of stumps, because these can be very, very dangerous for the equipment. We go about selecting the fields, visiting the fields, and ensuring that the field conditions are right, that the productivity is above 40 to 45 tons per hectare, which is approximately 20 to 22 tons per acre, right? So those are the strongest factors that we do have for selecting their fields.
So why have farmers been reluctant to move into mechanical harvesting? Is this venture costly to small and medium farmers to buy in when compared to manual harvesting?
The farmers that are really reluctant to get into this project would be reluctant are the farmers that have their own equipment. If you have your own equipment, it actually costs you between $21 to $22 to cut and harvest your cane. That's excluding payment sometimes to drivers. What happens is some farmers own their equipment, they operate the cane loader, the brother drives the truck, so they can continue in business. But the farmer that solely is just a producer really has to find ways to cut on the cutting and the delivering of cane.
Some of the concerns is distance from factory. Would it cost more? So their distance from factory is one of their major concerns, no? Because again, it's farther from the factory. Another one would be like their field conditions, and so how we go about improving their field conditions as they as they join the program.
In terms of small farmers, associations have been looking at a possible contract in which carneros collectively agree to harvest at the same time using the mechanical harvester as a tool to cut costs. Duane Moody for News 5.